Hi again, and welcome to session 3 of Daring Faith.
In this week's session, Pastor Katie is going to talk about stretching your imagination to get God's dream for your life. Her focus will be on pushing us to think about God's dream for our lives instead of setting for anything less.
Your imagination is going to be stretched, and you'll have the opportunity to grab hold of God's dream for your life as you and your group look at the life of Joshua. Joshua, ordinary person like you and me, but God used him in some pretty extraordinary ways. And maybe that's the way you are. I mean, you're feeling overwhelmingly ordinary. But this week's session is going to push you to see how God can use you in huge ways as you dream bigger dreams than you ever have before.
As you go through the discovery questions this week, we want to remind you that the goal is not to get through every question, but to stimulate great discussion and thought about the things you just learned. If you are finding you cannot get through all the questions, feel free to choose just one or two you really want to focus in on. Remember, you want to get to the living on purpose and diving deeper sections so your group members have practical life applications each week.
So this week we have 3 tips to help you create full group ownership. First of all, if you have a larger group, you may want to break into smaller subgroups during the discussion time. And what we mean by subgrouping is to have some people meet in one part of your house, a few others meet in another part of your house during the discussion time. So that's one. Number 2, it's also a good time to practice shared leadership in your group. When you go to a subgroup, you give different people a chance to step up and help lead the discussion in that group. So different group members would take turns each week facilitating the smaller subgroup, asking the questions and encouraging the discussion. And don't forget, if you want to plan your group this way, you can actually end your group time in those subgroups. Or you can bring everybody back together for a joint prayer time before you close. And then number 3, one last tip to create full group ownership. Be sure to pass around the group responsibilities of bringing food, writing down prayer requests and answers. You could also have someone in the group be your Daring Faith announcement person. And that person could keep the group informed using emails, texts, verbal announcements of all the Daring Faith activities like prayer initiatives, weekend serving opportunities, and other events that are happening at Crossroads during this series.
Now, in this week's Living on Purpose section, group members will be asked to pray about the Daring Faith offering. This is one of the biggest challenges we've ever taken on at Crossroads. We can see our church's big God-sized dreams accomplished as we step out in faith during this challenge. We know that finances can be personal, so we'd like to ask that the amount you're going to give be kept confidential. Let your group know that as well.
Well, I think that's it for this week. We hope that you're going to have a great time with your group. We'll see you next time.
See you next time.